To start with, we fill up something called a mash tun, which is like just a great big stainless steel kettle. Fill it up with hot water, and we dump our grains in, and that's what we call mash. And what we do is we let that steep or sit for about an hour, and what happens is a conversion process from all the starches in the grain will convert to sugars. So basically what we're making in the beginning is just sugar water. Now we'll transfer all that sugar water, which we call wort, over to our boil kettle with the pump, and we'll boil it up. Now the boil process, there's a couple of reasons why you do it. One is just to sanitize everything. You boil something at 212 degrees, no bacteria is going to survive that. Another reason we do it is to kind of condense our sugars, which in the end will help you get a higher ABV, which is alcohol by volume. Also during the boil, what we do is add hops, which not only provide flavor and bitterness to the beer, but it also acts as a natural preservative. So after the boil, what we do is we pump it into one of our sanitized fermenters. I don't know if you can see them behind you there. And we'll add our yeast to the tank at the very end. And what the yeast does is it pretty much takes those sugars and it'll eat them and convert it into alcohol. And then after 10 to 15 days, we'll transfer it to one of our bright tanks, which is how we carbonate it pretty much. And we'll take a CO2 line and hook it right up to the tank and blow all that CO2 into the beer. So we have two beers in tanks right now. We have berry neat in here, and we have an IPA in here. Now, since they're done fermenting, what we do is something called crashing them. We'll knock it down to 34 degrees, so all the yeast will settle out to the bottom of the tanks. And that way, when we transfer it to our carbonation tanks, there's no like yeast, chunks in there. Then after that, we keg it up, and it should be ready to go.